Hi guys, welcome back to Where in the World is Caitlin, and today I got sunburned, yay! No, it's really not that bad. It's just a little bit on my arms. You can kind of see a little bit across the top of my forehead and on the back of my legs. How on earth do you get such a bizarre burn pattern, Caitlin? Well, you don't put enough sunscreen on when you go snorkeling. Yeah, so we were originally planning on going surfing today, but the waves weren't quite right, and it just didn't work out. So instead, we went to the farmers market again, picked up some bagels and stuff for this weekend because tomorrow we're going to Maui, and then so it's an early morning, and then we went to. It was a new place. It wasn't Black Rock. It was along, this isn't going to mean anything to you, but it was along the stretch of beach, kind of sort of near where my grandfather lives. We drive past it to get to pretty much anywhere. And we went there. And I don't know if you guys have ever been snorkeling before, or even to like a tropical place where there's coral. But first of all, if you've ever seen Castaway, you know that coral is hard and sharp everywhere. Secondly, the coral was everywhere. We went in at low tide, and so you're supposed to be able to find a channel of some sort in most of the more popular snorkeling places, but we couldn't find it, so we ended up swimming over coral, and there was probably that much space between our stomach and the coral sometimes. So that was pretty tricky, and then plus the current was fairly strong, so you were getting kind of pushed around a lot. And we did see some really cool things. We saw some fish I've never seen before. We saw another sea turtle, a baby one today. It was so cute. He couldn't have been more than this big. He was so cute. My mom saw him first and pointed him out to me. And then what else did we see? There were so many sea urchins there. Just so many. It wouldn't have been so bad if the coral was close, and you just kind of had to swim on your belly, otherwise you might get cut a little bit. No, it was teeming with sea urchins. They were absolutely everywhere. I did not want to go in for a while. And then, so we eventually got out. We found a channel, got out further, started looking around where the coral was kind of deeper and we could move around a little more freely. And that was pretty nice. Then one of my sisters started not feeling well. It's probably she was trying to breathe through. It's hard to remember to breathe only through your mouth. Your nose tries to breathe too, and sometimes if you work too hard at that, it can give you a headache. So she started getting a really, really bad headache, and so we had to try to go in. And then she ended up bumping into some coral, and she cut her knee and part of her hand. And she ended up getting stuck on it, and she was standing on top of the coral in probably this much water, and I was like, this is not going to work. So I popped out of the water and started looking around. Eventually we found a channel, we found a clear path through, and then we eventually got back to shore. That was an adventure. I'm hoping that Malakini's coral is a slight bit deeper than that. Oh, we also saw something called mushroom coral, which is coral that doesn't live attached to stuff. It moves around, and there were a couple of them that were flipped upside down, and they messed with the food chain and flipped them back right side up. But yep, after that, you guys can probably guess what we did. We went shopping more. I got 2 mini sarongs, so you can wear it as a top and a bottom. And then we went out to eat. The place we were eating is kind of down the street. It's a diner. It's called CJ's. It was pretty pricey, and to be perfectly honest, it wasn't worth it. Graham says that they have a better breakfast selection apparently. So skip the lunch, skip the dinner, go for breakfast if you ever are out here and happen to be planning on going to CJ's. Heads up. Then after that, we came back, hung out, made some root beer floats. By the way, the place smells so good right now. It smells like food because my mom is making stew. I helped. So we're making stew because tomorrow we're going to Molokini, like I said, and that's a day. We're going to Molokini. We're going to this place where there's a bunch of turtles supposedly, and then we're going to this place where there's a bunch of dolphins. So I told you guys I've been falling in love with turtles, but I did not tell you guys that I have always loved dolphins. When I was little, that used to be my thing, was dolphins. You know, some people like trucks, some people like cars, some people like, you know, wolves. I do like wolves, but dolphins were always my thing. And so I'm pretty excited to be able to maybe get to actually see some more. I saw a little bit of them on the whale watch. We saw some Pacific bottlenose, so, but only for like a second. So I'm really hoping to be able to see some more. But yeah, I will let you know tomorrow if I do end up seeing some more. I think that's it as far as today goes, except, oh yeah, hopefully we all kind of calm down, because today tempers are running pretty short, and some people got snapped at by myself and by Mom, and you know, the girls were snapping at each other, and it seems like the only person who was pretty calm was Gramps. But that's what happens when you live in close quarters with someone that you don't normally live in close quarters with. So, or when you're sisters that are the same age, I guess, because they normally live in close quarters. But yeah. I'm used to a lot of privacy, a lot of alone time, and I haven't really been getting that here because there's just no room. I mean, Mom and I are sharing a room, the girls are sharing a room, Gramps is sleeping in the living room, so there just isn't the space. So we're working on it. I'm working on trying to be more calm and take it easy, go with the flow, you know. So hopefully after today, everything will kind of have calmed down a little bit. But hey, all right, guys, I will let you know how my sunburn goes. Definitely applying tons of sunscreen tomorrow before I go to Molokini and those other places. But yes, make sure you apply ample amounts of sunscreen if you are as pale as I am. So yeah, all right, have a good night, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Bye.